Hi. It's Tina from CNC Designs. Welcome. Happy Monday, everyone. How are you? As you come in, please say hello in the comments so that I can be sure to speak back. If you pop in and you do not see the red live button above my head, that means you have caught me on replay. In either case, please stop and speak in the comments so that I can say hello back to you. I'm just gonna do some housekeeping, try and pull us up on my computer so I can see comments better, and then we can get started. So it is Monday night, it is Magnolia Mondays. As always, on Mondays, we try to do a craft that includes Magnolia Stencils. I am a Magnolia Stencil Design Company rep, and I am going to be creating tonight with one of our stencils. This is actually from our craft club. Hello, Jen, how are you? So give me a second. Let's see if I can pull us up. We are streaming tonight from two places. We are streaming from the Crafting Network as well as here at CNC Designs. If you have not joined the Crafting Network, please pop over to that page, become a member. You'll see tons and tons of creators making all kinds of fantastic projects. Surely you will find one that interests you. So make sure you join the page. And if you are a creator and you want to go live and want to grow your audience, consider becoming a host in the Crafting Network, because you will be able to get out and be seen by over 7,000 people when you go live. Thank you so much, Jen. I'm just trying to find us. As always, Mr. FB is giving me a hard time. I can never just pop right on and find my live. I always got to go searching for it. I think I may have located it. Okay, here we are. So as I said, when you pop in, if you see the red live button above my head, that means you have caught me live. Please stop and say hello in the comments. If you do not see that red live button, that means you are catching me on replay. Either way, please stop and say hello. Tonight we're going to be working with our stencil that came from the Magnolia Monthly Craft Club kit. It is this awesome rose stencil. You may have seen a couple of projects already on the page that we've done with this stencil, and we are going to continue using it because I want to give you a variety of ideas for how you can use this stencil, especially around this time of year, which is for Valentine's Day. So tonight we're going to start out by, we're going to make a small banner, 4 pieces, that's going to go in front of my television. I do not have a fireplace. I aspire to have a fireplace in my home. So in the meantime, my television stand is my makeshift fireplace. So we're going to make something for Valentine's Day that I can hang there in some neutral colors. We're going to be using the stencil from the Craft Club as well as this awesome printable that I made, which is amazing. So hopefully it'll come out really nice. Hello, Jamie Rincon. Happy New Year, my friend. I hope all is well with you and the family. And if we have enough time, we'll go and we'll make a second project out of one of these famous, I don't know how many of you have seen these, but everybody's trying to get their hot little hands on these. If you're a crafter, everyone is trying to get a hold of them. I have one here that I haven't taken apart somewhere that I'd like to show you. These are the famous Dollar Tree frames. Here they are. It looks like this. So we're hopefully gonna take that and go and make something beautiful from it. The other frame, Dollar Tree right now has these two, are like the hottest crafting items that you can find right now if you're a crafter. Everybody is searching Dollar Tree for these. I did not find mine in Dollar Tree. Actually, I bought mine on a Dollar Tree D-Stash group. I got tired of looking in the stores. So if you're a crafter and you're looking for them, check the D-Stash groups. That's where I got mine. Thank you so much, Jamie. Hello, Miss Patterson. How are you, my friend? So this is the other one. And if you've looked at our page lately, you'll see the kinds of things you can do with this. I took this frame and went from this to this, and I just love the way it came out. I embellished this frame. I used some IOD clay molds, and it just came out really, really awesome. Hi, Miss Whitney Ferguson. And I just love, love, love all the detail with those roses. So you can take something at 5/4 and go from here to here. So we're gonna create hopefully something that'll look just as good tonight. We're gonna start out with our banner, and then hopefully we can move over to our Dollar Tree frame if we have enough time. As I stated, we are broadcasting from 2 places tonight, so I don't know if someone's scheduled to come up behind me on Crafting Network, so we gotta be cognizant of the time. So this is a printable that I made in Canva, and what I'm gonna do is on my little mini banner, I'm gonna flank 2 ends, the left and the right end with my printable, and then in the middle, we're gonna use our stencil. Thank you for those hearts. So let's just prep our printable. I'm just gonna cut this out. Nothing fancy because we're gonna be sanding the edges anyway. And I did make it a little bit bigger than our banner pieces, in case you're interested in where I got those banner pieces. Those banner pieces came from Amazon. They come in a pack of about 25 or 30 for a couple of bucks. And they have been lasting me for a really long time. So if you are a creator, it is a good purchase. They are wood like this, and I just base coated mine with some Waverly Cashew paint. You can't really notice the difference, but the paint is there. I did base coat it with this Waverly paint. For some reason, I can't seem to get things correct in the camera. So here we go. So we're gonna start with putting this onto our banner piece. I'm just trying to get placement here. You'll see me hold it up. I like to hold it up because that lets me see in the light exactly where my piece is going to be placed before I secure it. I will not be securing my paper with any glue. I'm going to use a glue stick. Glue sticks work just fine. You always want to base coat your piece if you're doing something like this with a light color, because that allows the colors in the printable to really pop through. So it may not seem important, but it really is. White is best, but because I printed this out on computer paper, I didn't have to go bright white. This will be fine as long as it's a light color. If you use a black or something like that, your colors are not going to be as vibrant. So we're just going to cover our banner piece with our glue stick. These can be found in Dollar Tree as well. Definitely around the school season. I usually go there when school is about to start and look for them and load up, because it's a really good buy for $1.25. They do have their own brand that's called Jot. So if you see those, definitely pick those up. Don't shy away from them just because they're not Elmer's. They are just as good, trust me. So we have our printable adhered to our little banner flag. I'm just gonna make a couple of snips here in the middle, just so that when we sand, it can make it easier for us. We're gonna look for our finger sander, and we're just gonna go around these edges and sand that excess paper off so that we can get a nice clean edge and make this paper look like it really is adhered to this wood piece. Here we go. Almost done with that piece. So how's everybody's Monday coming along? Hello, Miss Owens. How are you? How's everybody's Monday coming along? What's the weather like where you are? We got some snow here in New York yesterday. Not a lot, but we did get some. Okay. So that's our first piece. The only thing that we have to do is take our holes out But as you can see already, this is going to be a really gorgeous piece. And you know me, so you know we will continue embellishing it. We are certainly not done yet. Let me just get my garbage bag together here. And I'm spilling trash on the floor, guys. Okay. So that's our first piece. I'm going to do the last piece, and then we're going to use our stencil for our middles. Same process. We are just going to use our glue stick, get some good coverage. Be very generous with your glue stick because you want this to really adhere and look very well put together. Hey Nana Fee, how are you? 1 degree, oh my goodness. Ooh, Miss Patterson. Gee willikers. Let's see. Okay. I like to use my little stamping tool. This really helps to adhere things and get things to really lay down nicely. This little tool you can get on Amazon as well. I really don't know what it's called, but if you were searching for it, you could just search stamping tools and I'm sure it will come up. Again, we're just gonna snip in the middle. Gonna take our finger sander and get those edges off. You were 4 earlier? Oh. Jeez, my goodness. That sounds like soup weather to me. We haven't been that cold. It was cold, but not that cold. Okay. And you see when you snip that paper in the middle, it makes it really easy to get up in there with the finger sander and get a nice smooth cut. So now you can see this looks like it is made onto this piece. And I love the way these two came out. Like I said, this is a printable that I created. I love the way it's looking. So now we're gonna move on to our stencil. This stencil comes in our craft club this month. The only way you can get this stencil is you would have to join Craft Club, become a member. Every month when you're a member, I believe it's $21.99 a kit. You get an entire kit in a box. Everything you need to put together a project is in that box, down to your stencil, your squeegee, your chalk paste, everything you need. So this is definitely, if you're someone who likes to make pretty things and likes to be creative, this is a good monthly investment. You can stop it anytime you want. The only thing is you do have a minimum 3-month commitment. After that 3rd month, you can discontinue if you like. But I guarantee you, if you join Craft Club, you will not discontinue it. You will love it as much as I do. And every month we get together. I do the Craft Club. I put together the Craft Club live with you, and I show you other various projects that you can do using that Craft Club kit, ensuring that you get your money's worth. So I'm gonna embellish my 2 middle flags a little bit more before we put our stencil on. If you've been watching me for any length of time, you know that I like to do that. I love to mix and match different things. I love to use different elements and bring in lots of texture into my pieces. I like to layer, so that's what we're gonna do here. So I have here a stamp that looks a little bit like a crackle. So I'm just gonna stamp that a little bit right here on the edge. I'm gonna ink that up. And I'm just gonna randomly in places put this stamp down onto our little flag before we put our stencil on it. Hello Margie Shaw, thank you for watching. awesome. Just gonna put a little one here. So that's what that crackle looks like on our piece. I'm hoping that you can see that. Yeah. So just bringing another element of texture. We're gonna layer our stencil down on top of that to bring even more texture. And now with this middle one, I'm gonna do a combination of both. I'm gonna take this one that has this script writing. It's very pretty. You can't read it. It's not meant to be read, but again, it just brings in another layer of texture. I'm not even worried about whether or not I'm putting the text in the right place, right side up, because again, we're gonna use our stencil on top and it's not meant for you to read, just to bring in some texture. And this is actually what this little piece is meant for. So I'm just gonna put a little bit here and a little bit there. And then I'm gonna bring back in this crackle piece. And we're going to, let's just get a little bit more on here. And I'm just gonna lay it over there. Very good. And let's do the same here. A little bit more. Since we did it on the other one, might as well put a little bit of text on this one too. Okay, and I'm using Tim Holtz Distressed Oxide in the color Gathered Twigs for that. So I'm gonna just show you what those two look like and what those stamps do. You see the element of texture in there. I love that. So there we have that. Let's clean our stamps while I'm here. If you've been watching me, you know I always say I'm a lazy crafter. I love to craft, I love to create. I don't like cleaning the tools. So I take shortcuts, and this is my shortcut for cleaning my stamps. I get an antiseptic wipe and I clean my stamps right here, because unless it's really, really sopped with ink or paint, this is enough and it does the job. And I don't have to worry about taking it to the sink and using soap and water. So I've got that ink off of there, that remaining ink. Let's do the same for this one. And then we just sit those to the side, let them air dry. And by the time this live is over, they will be ready to go back into their package and be used for the next creation. I'm sorry I'm bending down, guys, but I keep dropping my garbage bag. Hello, Donna, how are you? I thought I was going to be live on my business page, but apparently I did not do that tonight. I'll share it over to my business page. So I guess that's a good thing, because some of my friends who don't come over to my business page, you'll get an opportunity to see me live on my personal page tonight. So here is our stencil. And I'm just gonna take my backing sheet off of that. I'm gonna use this, and we're gonna put these two pieces right here. I'm gonna put them together, and we're gonna stencil them both at the same time. We've got those down. I'm good, in yourself, Donna. And this is chalk paste. Hello, Brenda, how are you? And this is in the color Bubbly Pink. So we're gonna use some of that. Hello, Tish Campbell, thank you for watching. Probably my friends on my business page are probably looking for me. Let me make sure let me try and see if I can share that over there. I did not realize that I was live on my personal page and not my business page, y'all. I tell you, Getting old, getting old. Second, I have to have my computer in front of me because I need to see things up close. I got over 40 eyes now, y'all, so this is what happens. Can't seem to get that over there, so you know what, I'm not gonna mess with it. Hopefully my peoples will see me. So I'm gonna take out a stir stick, what we call a stir stick, and I'm gonna take out a squeegee, which is what we use to apply our paste. So here we have our chalk paste. I'm just gonna give it a little stir, make sure it's good and ready to use. Put some here and some here. We're gonna try with this pink. If the pink is too light, then I will go back over. And I think I will actually go back over it anyway with some black, just because I do want to bring out the lettering in the printable that we designed. So we're gonna do just a little bit haphazardly here. I didn't cover the whole thing, just want to again give it some more texture, some more color. Hopefully you can see how that pink, those pink roses are popping in there. I'm going to clean this stencil because I do want to use it again and put some black chalk paste on it and make those and add some black roses in addition to the pink ones. And hopefully what I have in my mind will translate to the piece. Just sit this right here really quickly. Let me clean off my backing sheet. Our stencils are screen print stencils, silk screens. So, and they are self-adhesive. They have a real nice stick on the back, as you saw when I was just trying to get that off my fingers. So that's, as long as you care for them, they are reusable over and over again. The company says anywhere between 12 and 15 times. I can tell you that I've had stencils that I've used many more times than that, and they are still working, still as good as new. So you definitely get your money's worth. I'm gonna take another one out and just clean again, just to get that pink chalk paste out, because we want to go back in with another color. So now I'm gonna take out what's known as our tacky towel, and this actually helps to dry and kind of remove some of the adhesive when your stencil is brand new. So I'm just gonna put it on this gray side, which helps to whisk away some of that moisture from our antiseptic wipes, because we don't want it to be wet, because I don't want to reactivate the chalk paste in our roses that we've already laid down. So I'm just going to flip it to the other side, just again whisking away some of that moisture. I'm going to let that sit there for a few minutes. We're going to bring these two back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat set that I'm gonna put a little bit of heat on it so that those roses are nice and set in, so when we go back in with the black, we don't have to worry about them shifting or bleeding. And it just takes a couple of minutes. Chalk paste does not take a long time to dry at all. Hello, Yesenia. How are you, my friend? Okay, so they're pretty dry. Okay, I think we're ready to go again with the stencil. So I want to bring back my backing sheet. I'm gonna make sure it's dry. Let me put this down. And let me dry that off. Because that is gonna be kind of our anchor so that my stencil doesn't stick to this pad here, because it may pick up some of it onto my stencil. Thank you so much, Yesenia. So we're gonna put these two pieces back. And this time I'm gonna bring in my black chalk paste. Just stir it up, make sure we got a nice movement on it, nice consistency. Okay. And I'm going to, I want my roses to kind of go in a different direction, so I'm not gonna put this one straight up and down. And we're gonna take our black chalk paste, and this time I am going to go all over the piece. So those pink roses that we put down initially will kind of be kicked to the back a little bit. And these black ones, the idea is to have them pop into the foreground. Let's see, almost there. A little bit more to go. Okay, I'm just taking off excess now. Put your waste back into your tub, because waste not, want not. Go with that. And let's pull this up. This is what we call our peel and reveal. Let me just spritz some water down so I can get this paste to begin to release itself while we finish the rest of our project tonight. I'm just using some distilled water here, and I'm just spritzing it all over the stencil so that the chalk paste can start to release itself. Okay. So let me show you what we have now. And you can see those little pops of pink, that first layer of roses that we put down are popping through. We'll bring out that pink some more, because we'll do some embellishment, we'll do some edging, and make this piece really, really pop. So now you can begin to see what our little banner is going to look like. I'm loving this already. So we're gonna have our banner kind of like this. I may put some hearts in the middle. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I love the black and the pink, and not your traditional Valentine's colors, but I really love the way they look together. I love the way this printable came out that I designed this morning. So all of this is working really well together. I'm liking it. What do you guys think? Thank you for those hearts. Okay, I think we got a pretty good enough dry so that we can move on. So now, I love to edge my pieces. I think, you know, while this looks really, really nice, when you edge pieces, thank you so much, Ms. Patterson. It really makes it pop, and I'm going to show you what it does when you edge your pieces. Okay, so I have here just a regular black stamp pad, ink pad rather, and I like to just take my pad and just go around my edges, and it really, now you can see those edges are defined. They are standing out, and I just love the way it makes it look. So I'm going to just put a little bit in here, and then we're going to look at what other colors. We definitely need to add some more pink in here. We don't want too much black. So let me just see if I can show you a side by side. This one doesn't have any edging on it. This one is edged. So you see how it really is defining the piece around the edges. That's what I love about that, and that's why I love to do the edging. Okay, one more. Okay, so there we have that, and we want to see, let's get our chalk paste. I thought I had my pink stamp pad, but I don't, so we're going to improvise. We're going to take our chalk paste and we're gonna add some more pops of pink in there. I'm gonna take this chalk paste, I'm gonna take a little bit out and put it here onto my wax paper, because I don't wanna be dipping in and out while I'm working on a piece, because I may get some black in my chalk paste and I don't want that. So I'm just gonna take this and literally do what is like some, what we call chippying, if you will, and it's really just adding some more pops of pink in there in places. I'm not trying to create a pattern or anything. I'm just really trying to bring in some more pink color. It may not seem like a big deal, but it does make a difference. And like I said, it doesn't have to be any special patterns or anything like that. Just want to be able to smear some more color on here so that the black doesn't take over, is what we're doing. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm afraid I'm going to get some of that black ink smeared back into my pink, so let me wipe that off. And Now let's pull a little bit more out. It's a good way to use up chalk paste too, because sometimes when you have a lot of different colors like I do, you don't use them all, and you run the risk of maybe some of them getting hard. So this way, you can just use it in a variety of ways. You can tap it and give it a more textured effect. And I'll show you that in a second. I'm really liking the way that's looking here. Yeah, that's a good idea. Hopefully, this light will allow you to see that texture and that pink there. Yeah, that looks really, really great. I like that. Pull a little bit more, and because I like that texture so much, I'm going to go back over here on this side and really texture up over here. That space is a little blank. Hopefully you can see that there. Let's put a little bit over here. A little bit down here in this corner. Yeah, that's really, really nice. Let's see. I like that so much. I'm gonna go back to these two pieces now and bring some of that texture here. Just to add some color. Okay. So now let's put some heat on here. See if we get this to dry. This is really, really looking nice, guys. Oh my goodness. I really, really like this. See, I got a little bit of lift here, so we'll put a little bit more glue down there and make sure that that stays. And then look at our edges. So make sure that we got our edges defined. I think I need to go up on the top of this one with the ink pad. So let's get this dry. Bring this piece over here. Hello, Mr. Calloway. How are you? Thank you for watching. I see all my friends. You see what happens when I go on live by mistake on my personal page? All of you that I never see on my business page, I'm seeing you now. How are you? I hope everybody's well. Okay, I think we need a little bit more time here, guys. Because this one I did go on a little thick. This one we got dry. Just that corner right there. And now I think we're good. Let's go back in and tack our corner over here down. You could always use glue on these, your hot glue. I don't like to use hot glue. I find that this works just as good. You just got to be a little bit more patient. Pay a little bit more attention. Make sure you get all your pieces down. Got a little corner sticking up over here. Okay, there we go. Let's get our finger sander again. That little edge there. And I saw one of these. I said I wanted to go back in on the top. I think it's that one. And just bring in our ink. Make sure we've defined all of those edges all the way around. Okay. So we've got that. And I have some little lips here that I also created in my printable. I think I'm going to apply those, but what I want to do is I want to take that white piece out in between those lips, and how I'm going to try to do that is with my water paintbrush. Let's see if that will saturate it enough that I can just move it right out of the way. Sometimes that helps. Because this is paper and not tissue paper, I may have to work a little bit with it, but I think it's gonna help me to accomplish what I want to accomplish. I may need to get a scissor to help me along the way some as well. Y'all, if y'all could see how much stuff I have on this table, which is why I can't find anything right now. Here we go. Okay, so what I'm attempting to do is just to take that white out of the middle of these lips. I don't like that. You don't have to do it. This is just my preference, so that it's not so obvious that it's paper. And let's see, I have this here, so I think I want to pop these lips right over here. And again, because I don't have my pink stamp pad, I'm gonna pop a little bit of paste around these edges. Of paper. And okay, I think that'll be good. I want to pop a little bit of glue down. This glue goes on purple, but it does dry clear, so you don't have to worry about that, seeing that glue once this dries. Okay, and I'm just gonna lift this up a little bit, put a little more glue there, a little glue here. And I did run this off the edge a little bit, so we might have to sand just a little. Okay, here we go. And we're gonna have to put a little bit more heat on here just to get that down. I probably will seal this with a clear sealer afterwards. Not that you need it, but it will bring a little bit of gloss to it, just a little bit. I don't like things that are really shiny, but I do like some gloss. Okay. Let me get rid of, where is my, you guys see what I did with my antiseptic wipe? Now, the other thing, last and final thing I want to do to this is I like to add splatters to my pieces. And if you have watched me at all, then you know that that is just taking a little bit of paint, putting it down, and just literally flicking it onto the piece. I think I want to do them in white, just because it's going to bring it out a little bit more and make it pop a little bit more. I'm going to take a little bit of white paint, And I'm gonna put it down here onto my wax paper. And I'm gonna take my water and I'm gonna spritz it so that my paint is able to move. I'm spilling it while I'm doing this. Don't do that. Okay. So now I have something here called a fan brush. You can use a fan brush, or you can take a brush whose bristles are kind of stiff, if you will. And these types of brushes work best. Or you can use, believe it or not, a baster, because it has all those little, I like to call them arms. They make a good splatter tool as well. So I'm gonna take my fan brush and I'm gonna dip here. And I'm gonna get above my piece, not too close. And I'm just gonna put some little splatters down. This one I am getting a little bit closer here to break up some of that black. I think I probably need a little bit more. I should have brought a plate to this table because it would have been much easier to do on a plate than to try and do on my wax paper. But you got to work with what you got, right? So I'm going to sit that there again. I'm going to see if we can bring a little bit more paint out. My paint is kind of ready for the splatter, so maybe I don't need as much water. And let's see. Just a few over here, not as many, as well as here. And I'll show you what we have and what those splatters do. Maybe a little bit more. Some people actually use like an old toothbrush as well. You can do that. You can use an old toothbrush to get your splatters. Okay. Let's get all this trash off the table because I will make a mess. Almost guaranteed. Okay. So let's see if we can get a little bit more heat here, and I'll show you what we have. We won't get to our frame tonight, but I will do the frame off camera, and I'll make sure that I post in the pictures so you can see the frame companion piece. So what do you guys think? You guys like my little mini banner? I love this stencil. I love Magnolia Stencils. They make me look like I'm just extra super duper talented. And really it's the stencil that does most of the work. Thank you so much for those hearts. Really, it's just all about your idea. The stencils will help you execute it every single time. So if you are someone who has a creative Jones like I do, I invite you to pick up some Magnolia Stencils from my store and get creative. You can use this stencil, this rose stencil can be used not just for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day is coming up, birthdays, you know, all kinds of things. You can create all kinds of wonderful, wonderful projects with this stencil. So I'm just going to show them to you one by one, and then I'll show you how we put them together to make a little banner. But that's our first one on the first side of our banner. And here is the two that belong in the middle. This one has those roses. Look at the how crystal clear those roses are, how detailed they are. It just really, really pops. We added that pink to kind of push some of that black back. So now you see that texture that we were going for in there that I was talking about earlier. Here's our third piece that has the lips added onto it. And then here's our last one. I really, really love this one. I love that pink texture popping up there in the corner of the printable that we made. So collectively, these four pieces are gonna make an amazing, amazing little banner. I'm going to just pop out our holes now in these top two, just so that we can add our banner string. I'm thinking about possibly adding some beads to it. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna add beads, but when you see the pictures posted, if you see the beads, then you'll know I made up my mind to add the beads. So let's see, I put our texture over a little bit in that corner. Now let's look at a little bit of jute and see. Another thing you could do, you could make and add little bows to it. I just have just little strips of material here. You could literally take and make you a little material bows and add to them. I will not be adding any bows to this. I don't think I want that, but I just want to show you that that's another idea, another option. You can just add little bows over there in the corners. You can do so many things. So just imagine you could just add a little bow there in the corner. That matches it in the colors of your piece. I'm gonna keep this kind of simple because I am gonna put this on my little etagere stand here that I have my television on, and it's actually have some florals there, so it'll be actually hanging from the floral, so it doesn't need all those bows and all those other things. But it definitely is a piece that you would be happy to have in your home. I think it's gonna look great. Let me just get I'm gonna put a little, I am gonna leave some slack here because I may wanna add a tassel. Not yet sure. Thank you so much, Miss Patterson. So I'm gonna just show you how I run that. No, actually, I need to run this the other way because I want my string in the back. I don't want my string running in the front of my piece. So I need to run this way and leave my excess on this end over here. And string this way. So that way you don't see the string, and let me see how this is going to go. I think I got this going the right way, guys. No, I don't. It's gotta go this way. Excuse me. Okay. almost done, guys. Almost done. Yeah, I think I may add some little tassels on the end. You see the picture at the end? You'll see the other embellishments that I will have added off the camera. But I just really want to show you the basics of how you could do something like this and make a really cute decorative piece. Seasonally, you can keep it up for Valentine's Day. You can take it down, keep it up all year if you want, and doesn't cost a lot of money. The thing about it though is that it is uniquely yours. No one will have the same thing because you created this, and no two handmade pieces ever are the same. That's the beauty of handmade items. That's what I love about making things for my home, because you are sure to come and see something here that you will not find anyplace else, and you will look at it and you will definitely wonder where it came from. This looks absolutely like literal artwork. As you can see, I love it, and it's gonna look so nice mixed in my garland with my greens and my pink roses and my white roses. So I hope that I have inspired you to get creative and want to do something. I hope I've inspired you to maybe want to try some Magnolia Stencils. I will put the link down to my shop in the comments, so in case you're interested in going over to my shop and seeing what other kind of stencils we have, definitely take a look. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you will come and join me on my business page where I was supposed to be tonight. On Friday, I go live on Mondays and Fridays, and I hope to see you all again soon. In the meantime, as always, here are some hearts from my heart to yours. Thank you so much. God bless you, everybody, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.